And welcome to the Six Fronts podcast. This is episode 11. My name is Bearded Luke, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Maddox. What's up,
What's up,
bro?
dude? How you doing, bro?
I'm great. That intro, so like if you listen to this or watch this after, you don't get to see the intro if you don't watch it live, but it just abruptly ends, and it always catches me off guard.
Listen, okay? It's what minimal editing skills will do for you, okay?
Bro, what's poppin'? How's life?
It's good. Life is good, dude. I'm just, still recovering and everything. Every day gets better and better and enjoying casually playing video games,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying playing some other games as well too, of course. As we know, Destiny's coming to like the end of the season and we'll get more of that, of course, but I'm just playing some other games and enjoying life, going to the gym, dude. I'm really enjoying starting to do some more weightlifting and stuff like that. So life's good, bro. How are you?
Good. The reason we are doing this podcast live on Mondays because
That's right. I
I was
forget
on
it.
a trip last week to Arizona to visit my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. It was my wife's family, so it was my son Crew's first time flying, and he killed it, dude. That dude is a beast. He just
That's
on
awesome.
the second flight back, he slept on my lap the whole entire 2 hour flight. Like he didn't even wake up at all. He was out cold. Binky fell out of his mouth. He was like, he was slumped.
That's
But it was
good. I'm
fun.
glad he did well.
It was just fun. It's
He won't
Arizona's.
remember it.
Yeah, he won't. Arizona's too hot for me, so I'm happy to be back in Ohio. It was raining and cold today, which I'm honestly would take over 95-degree sun.
I totally agree.
So
Totally.
it was a fun week. I played a lot of Zelda while I was there. I have never finished Breath of the Wild like ever.
Oh,
Because I never really got to.
such a good
I
game.
didn't really get to sink my teeth in. You know how I am. I'm kind of dumb, so like that game's not. It's like kind of have to have a brain to play that game, right? Like
Kinda.
you have to like be able to
Kinda.
think about how to use all your abilities and stuff. Maybe kids are better at it than 30-year-olds, but I watched some YouTube videos on stuff like how to get weapons and armor fastest and how to cheat the system where I could have all the hearts immediately from the beginning. so
Okay.
I did that, and I've been playing that for a couple weeks. I'm trying to beat it before.
I beat it without cheating.
Good job. I didn't. So and I maxed stamina immediately. So I've been playing that this week.
That's so messed up, bro.
So I've been doing that and you know, not playing Destiny much, but that's because it's the end of the season. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
and
actually
we'll
I'm
get
not
to
gonna
that.
lie, I play Destiny. So when I travel, I have Nvidia GeForce now. I pay for
Uh-huh.
it monthly so that when I travel, I can play it on my phone. So
Okay.
I was playing it. I was finishing my seasonal seal while I was in Arizona on my phone out by the pool.
That sounds awful. How does that work?
It works good if the internet's fast. It actually is really good. I have a controller that my phone plugs into.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were like playing
No,
on
no,
the
no. I wasn't
touchpad
playing on the
on the.
touchscreen. I have a controller that it just sits in, and which you can see
Okay,
on my
that's not bad.
latest YouTube video. But
There you go.
plug. Anyways, but yeah. So life's good. I'm feeling rested. It was the first time in a while that I haven't edited anything for 7 days straight.
There you
So
go.
it was good, but didn't get much sleep because it was a 3 hour time difference with a baby. So he was a bit confused about when he's supposed to sleep. So he kept waking up at like 3 in the morning, ready to go. But anyways, that's enough life talk. We have an incredible guest tonight.
We do
Incredible
indeed.
guest. I want Maddox. Why don't you introduce her?
I think we should actually show off this clip. I think
Yeah,
this
this
clip
is a
will
good idea.
really. We have a clip of our guest here, and we won't say any names just yet, but this is probably one of the coolest accomplishments that she has done in the world of Destiny, and I want to just show this off. Let me make sure
Or
I
anyone
pull
in
it
Destiny.
up.
While you're doing
Yeah,
that,
really just about anybody in Destiny. And let me just
yeah,
double
like
check.
while you're doing this, like she is so unique to the community that she makes like people doing solo raids and stuff. That's lame compared to
I
this.
let's just we
That's
haven't
like
seen anybody else do this. Let me just put
no.
it that way.
This is so unique. All right,
This is
play it.
insane.
If you're
This
if
is
you're
a
listening,
minute video. I hope this isn't too loud for everybody
if
listening,
you're
but
listening and not watching, go watch on YouTube.
I'll show you the description here in just a moment as well too. not only the completion,
Oh
but
my
just the
gosh,
genuine
7!
like
7
reaction as well
favorites!
too was
Yes!
fantastic.
All right, explain what that just was.
Oh my
Yeah. So
gosh!
this is
Yes!
SamiKat, and she is known in the community for completing soloing
Fucking
hard end
go!
game
Oh my
content.
gosh!
Not only, of course, soloing the content, but she turns off the HUD, so she has no clue how much ammo she has, what her abilities she has. She also does them all with only bows. She has a heavy bow, a bow in the energy slot, and also the kinetic bow as well. And she
And
has
flawless
completed,
and solo.
yeah, flawlessly, by the way. She's completed all 6 dungeons and even some other hard content in the game as well too. So without further ado, we are joined by the one and only SamiKat. Welcome in.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I am so excited to be here.
That clip was
Like,
awesome. Not only
so
just like
excited.
one of the things that you've done all 6 dungeons
Yeah.
like that, and not only some other hard content as well too. We'll get into more of that just a second, but introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, what you do, where you do it.
I am SamiKat, and I am known mostly in the Destiny community for my bows. I'm a Destiny streamer on Twitch, kind of getting into the YouTube thing if I get off my butt and do it. Yeah, I've been playing Destiny since it first came out, D1, actually beta for that. Took a little bit of time off here and there, but then once I came back and Forsaken happened and there were bows and I started streaming like a year later, well, really getting into it, I just couldn't stop. I just couldn't at all. And then the more that I did more with bows and dungeons, the more I wanted to do, the more I wanted to push myself. Eventually, some of the content became, I don't want to say easy, but I had done it so much that it was like, okay, this is easy to me. Let's go ahead and try something new. So I've been doing more GMs lately, waiting for that new dungeon. I can't wait for the new dungeon. Dungeons are probably my favorite though.
I can tell you've done all 6 in the game with like that. So Luke usually does this part. I'll leave it to him to ask you kind of more of the personal questions. He likes to know who you are. So
Yeah. So you have an interesting story when it comes to playing Destiny. But let's talk about your content career. So and forgive me, I try my best to know nothing about most of our guests so that I can ask you lots of questions. So don't take
feel
offense
free.
to it. But
I'm very honest.
so are you like, tell me about your content journey. Like, are you doing this full time? Is this like something you do on the side? Are you like streaming? When do you stream? Like, what got you? I know you kind of talked about Destiny getting it, but was Destiny the game like that got you into making content?
I actually started as a Pokemon streamer.
Okay.
Okay, wow. I would have never. Okay.
I know.
I guess I see it in the
The
background.
Pokemon game, or did you open cards?
Oh, I love Pokemon.
Oh yes.
Oh, you just
Oh, no,
opened
I
a
can't
can of worms.
We love
I
Pokemon
love
too.
Pokemon.
Welcome to
Wait, where's
the
mine?
6 Fronts Pokemon podcast. We're switching.
Really?
Where's mine
See,
at?
I've got my Mareep here. I don't have room on the shelf. And I got my little chat tot with this broken ankle. I'm sorry, this is
There's
Destiny.
Turtwig in the back.
There's
Don't be
you.
sorry. You got
I
2
have
Pokemon
Umbreon.
lovers.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm a
Awesome.
Destiny streamer.
One of me and Maddox's favorite clips of the two of us is him opening Pokemon cards in Discord and me
And I
reacting
pulled a
to them.
Charizard.
So we're just like reacting to each other. It's some good. That's some good memories. Pokemon's the
I
best.
have a pack if you want me to open them right now. No, I'm joking.
I do. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, let me get it.
I would love
Hold
to
on.
see it.
Hold on.
Here we go. This is the content I want.
Let's go.
Oh, I wish Crew wasn't asleep. I want to scream my head off if something crazy happens.
If she pulls something crazy, I'm gonna go nuts. All right, we gotta know what pack.
Yeah.
what
What are we getting?
I opened
It's the Destiny podcast, by the way.
Who cares? It's the end of the season.
This is what we do. No. Just a little disclaimer. I don't open Pokemon cards because I have a very addictive personality.
Same.
So I am afraid if I start getting into Pokemon cards, I'm going to need to catch them all, which would be too expensive.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
I've
wise.
put a lot of money into the
Smart.
Pokemon company. imagine if
Smart.
it were stock, I would. Anyways, I
Oh my
have
gosh, I'd be a millionaire. Luke would
See,
be
let
a
me-
multi-millionaire.
I've made a lot of money off Pokemon though.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna
have.
lie.
I've got these 3. So I have Eclipse and
Oh,
Sun and Moon and
Luke, what's the best?
Unified
Oh,
Minds.
I haven't seen Unified Minds open in forever, but Cosmic
Go
Eclipse is
Unified.
solid. They're
Okay,
all
so which one?
Cosmic Eclipse and Unified Minds are both out of print, so one or the other. I don't care.
I've never seen a Cosmic Eclipse, so I say we go Cosmic
Let's do
Eclipse.
Cosmic Eclipse. That's a good one.
Okay, so they're really cute.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
my wife would love this right now. She loves all 3 of those.
What's the proper way to open them?
So when you open them, it's one to the front.
You take the
or
code
how's-
card, take the code card out, and then it's 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Those go in the front, and then you open them. Then you
Okay.
go.
How do
one
I
by
actually
one.
open the package? Is
Oh,
there a
just however you
special
want.
way?
Yeah, however you want.
Okay.
Just not with your mouth. Don't do that. That's.
With scissors, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Cut the
just cut it
tops
right
off.
down the middle.
Right in the middle. All right. It's open. Okay, so I
Okay.
have them face
Oh.
downwards. Okay, right? I've
Mhm.
never done this before.
Okay, so
And
take
then-
the code card out, throw it away. We don't need it.
We don't need it. Okay. And
So
then
take 3 and put them to the front. 1, 2, 3.
3.
And put
Go
those to
like
the
that?
front. There you go.
Yeah,
now
now
you can show and take from the top.
Okay, and I show this way.
Oh no.
This
Yes,
way.
there you go. Did you take that from the
Yep.
top?
The top.
Okay.
Put 3 on the bottom.
Okay, now flip them up this way so we can
Oh,
see the
no!
face. It's okay.
I
All we
messed
saw was
up.
that's okay.
Okay, we
Put 'em
see
like
the
this.
face. This way. This way.
There
you go.
This
we
way.
go. There we
Okay.
go.
There we go.
Well,
Now
I
you
gotta
just
make this window.
take them from the front.
All right, I won't know what these are, so I'll have to
We got you.
do
We'll
it
we'll
based
try to
on
look.
your reaction. Okay, so
All right.
that
A
one.
Pangoro.
oh, and I go in
Opponent-
the back, right?
Yeah, that's fine. A Rapidash. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. A Vibrava. Okay.
Okay.
Am I holding these right?
Oh, Chinchou.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are.
Yeah, you're doing
Okay.
a great job. Don't worry.
This is right.
Oh, a little Cosmeog. Okay.
Okay.
Well, now I'm nervous.
Oh, Pancham. Okay. Then the next one's gonna be the reverse hollow. Okay, no. All right, a Drillbur. Okay, next one should be reverse hollow. Let's see. Okay, I'm lying. The next one should be the reverse hollow.
He doesn't even know. There it is.
Oh, Piplup! We love
It's
Piplup.
Ah.
so
We
pretty.
love Piplup.
Oh.
Okay, the next one's gonna be the best card. Let's see.
We'll see
How
what
do
it
you
is.
know?
Let's see if you pulled something good.
Oh, the Piplup was the best card.
We knew
That
It
Are
was
we
worth
done?
it because of the Piplup.
it was worth it but we saw the green code card, and when you see a green code card,
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
the
going to be anything in there. But that was fun.
That was worth it.
The first
That was
ever-
worth
The other one?
excitement.
This is why I don't do Pokemon.
No, no. Let's move on. We'll be here all night. We'll be here all night. I
This
guarantee
is why I don't do Pokemon.
This like,
cards.
well, you want me to go get mine? I got a bunch in there.
it.
Wait, then let me ask you
So
about
after
these
stream,
real quick.
after stream. Yo, that
I
could be
got
something we do
this
for.
thing. Is that any good?
Oh yeah, it's a break card. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. This pack?
Oh, ooh, evolutions. Those are the best packs to open. Break cards are rare. There's not a lot of break cards out there.
Nice.
I wish that you had the evolution. Remember, Maddox bought evolutions off me once on a stream.
I did. I did.
Got a magic card.
All right. All right, back to you, Sammy. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
So we all love
This is
Pokemon,
why
as you
I
can
don't
tell.
do
So
this. This is exactly why.
tell us more about kind of
Yeah, this is where we
starting
were.
to stream.
Yeah, the streaming world.
Starting streaming, and then how you said you started off as a Pokemon streamer. What brought Destiny to your life?
Well, I started as a Pokemon streamer. I did play quite a bit of Destiny at the time.
Okay.
And this was back in 2017. And fall of 2017. I ended up getting really, really sick and had to take medical leave from work, which it ended up being a lupus diagnosis. And I
Wow, okay.
just had nothing to do. I was apartment bound. I couldn't work, any of that. So I decided to start streaming as a social outlet. And I started as a Pokemon streamer, playing some Destiny in there. And then right after Curse of Osiris came out, I had to take a break from streaming for about a year because I was super sick. And then I ended up getting coming back to streaming in January of 19, so a little over a year later. Doing better, but still pretty sick. I am not working currently. I haven't been since 2017 because of my disease. Well, I got better than the pandemic, and now it's too dangerous for me to go out. But
Yeah, being autoimmune and stuff. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
So I don't do this full time, but it's mostly what I do for work.
That's
It's what
awesome.
I do for just social interaction and connection.
Mhm.
Destiny came in when I started up again. There wasn't as much success in Pokemon streaming. I don't remember exactly why. I don't play Pokemon the way most people do.
How do you play?
And
How do you? In which Pokemon were you playing at first?
I don't remember what I was playing.
2017 was. Oh, I don't even
Was
know what
that
was
was
hot
that
then.
Black and White? I don't even remember.
No,
No.
no, we're talking like they're starting to do X and Y,
Was it
maybe a little bit
Sword and
after X
Shield?
and
It was
Y.
after X and Y.
So before Sword and Shield.
Like right before Sword and Shield?
Yeah, because Sword and Shield was like 2019, I think. I could be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah.
Wait, Sun and Moon.
Well, maybe.
Potentially.
That was right before. Yeah, I don't know.
I did a lot. Yeah, I think it was Sun and Moon.
I think so too.
But the whole like
Who knows?
yeah, modded out 3DS all the way from Japan.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I could stream cap it, but I ended up doing that, and then when I came back, that market or that directory is just so saturated all the time, especially now that it's more what is it? More people accessible. Yeah, now that Pokemon games are more accessible for streamers. So I sort of just kept on the Destiny side of things, and that just worked for me. I enjoyed it. I used to be a completionist, so I had a lot to do, and then sometime, I would say probably the beginning of Witch Queen, I started to do more challenges and more end game challenges. I just wanted to do all of them. So that's kind of where my focus is now. So I've been doing Destiny streaming. No, basically that's what it is. I'm a Destiny streamer. I pretended I was a variety streamer, but no, I'm a Destiny streamer. That's me. Hello.
Always comes back around to Destiny. It always does.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I specifically want to know, Luke, if there's anything else you want to ask, of course, go ahead.
No, go for
I was
it.
gonna
Go for it.
I was gonna ask. Now you are now known in the community, and you've become Destiny Bungie community focus as well too for bows. Your interest in bows and doing this hard content, not only flawlessly solo, but you're putting an extra challenge to yourself where you turn the HUD off, so you have no clue what's going on with your abilities other than just knowing. But also you do triple bow, which is a very unusual, I'd like to say, a very unique loadout in any meta that we've had in Destiny 2 PvE. So take me what brought you to start that, and what kind of brought that to you, what you do today.
With bows, if there's a bow in a game that I can use, I will use it. Any game. Since I was a kid, I tried to play through most of Ocarina of Time, Zelda Ocarina of Time, using the fairy bow, which is not a good idea, but I've always liked them. So I would do it with Skyrim, one of my favorite games. Once they came to Destiny, at first I thought, okay, bows, you're bringing a bow to a gunfight. Like, that's just going to be a bad decision. That just wasn't a smart decision on Bungie's part. But then I got the bow, and then I played with the bow, and then I loved the bow. And now I rarely don't have one equipped. So when I was doing Prophecy, my first solo dungeon that I really wanted to try, really wanted to get into endgame solo, was Prophecy. And I was running that with all bows. Well, let me take a step back. People hated that I ran ran a bow, so I added 2, and then people really hated that I ran 2. And they were like, yeah, you're a bad player if you're running them. You can't do much. So then I decided, once Leviathan's Breath came out and I did my first real dungeon run, I was going to run all 3. And nobody thought that I could do it. Well, like 4 people, including myself, thought I could solo it. And then I soloed it, and then I solo flawlessed it. And then I moved on to the next dungeon and did that. And I just grew to love it. I don't really have much more than I just love running bows. It's not for anyone else. It's not to gain traction on my content. It's not to prove anything. It's just because it's my play style. It's what I love to do.
That's cool. So on the back end of that, now I know that isn't the specific reason you're not doing it for content, but what does it make you feel like when you're like, I guess if I'm gonna go play Destiny, I'm probably never gonna like, I don't have like the mind where it's like I'm not gonna go do something solo flawless because I just, one, I don't have enough time, but also like I'm not sure it would give me the feeling or adrenaline rush it's giving somebody like you. What is that like? What's driving you to go do like these cool challenges? Is that just because there's like, is it because there's nothing to do, or is it because it's fun, or is it because it feels like an accomplishment? Like, where are you at on that?
I think it's a blast. I think it is so much fun. A lot of it, and this might sound really strange, I've been playing Destiny for so long that I know so much of it in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much anymore because I've kind of gotten lazy with the completionist side, but there's always something new to learn with this content. So with GMs, I spend a lot of times in GMs. Failing, mostly I spend a lot of time in GMs failing. And it's kind of like you go through and you learn from each death. You learn, you go back in, you try something different. It's a lot of it is problem solving, patience, and allowing yourself to fail. And I think it's that, yes, it's the same thing over and over again, but I'm constantly trying something new. So it's not that it's new content, it's just, it allows my brain to think and work in different ways. I have to. In order to get it done, I have to do that.
Sure.
It is a lot of thinking and doing stuff correctly throughout those runs. Like I'm assuming very precise. Like you have to be able to be here to get this much damage. And you probably like, do you know like how much damage? Like, do you like have Excel sheets or anything that shows like how much damage output you're running, or are you just kind of like winging it? I love it. That's even more impressive.
I don't understand Destiny numbers. I have no idea. I didn't know until this last year.
Yeah, I don't either.
That lightweight bows did less damage than precision bows. I honestly didn't know anything, the difference between them at all. I just used them.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning when it comes to bows. People think I know everything about bows. I do not. I know very, very little in comparison to what I could know. But
I just love that you're doing it for fun. Like, you just have fun playing, and the challenge is fun to you.
I love it.
You're like a pure gamer. I love it.
You guys might enjoy this bit since you love Pokemon. But,
oh gosh.
So the GM, the ultimate end game, my be all end all of Destiny is I want to solo the Lightblade GM with all bows, no HUD, and no artifact mods, no champion like mods or whatever like that. And that's my end goal. Absolutely what I want to do. And last time I was doing this, I number all of my attempts, and we got up into the triple digits, and I was like, okay, next one's going to be attempt number 120. And I just got embarrassed because I announced it at the beginning of every single attempt. I'm like, this is the Lightblade Grandmaster Nightfall solo with all bows and without all bows, no HUD, and no artifact mods. This is attempt number 120. And I just felt kind of ridiculous saying that. So I decided I was going to name every single attempt after Pokemon according to their national Pokédex number.
That's awesome.
Great idea.
That's smart.
So me saying, this is the Lightblade Grandmaster Nightfall, solo with all bows, no HUD, and no artifact mods. Attempt number Staryu, whose national Pokédex number is 120.
There you
Just
go.
sounds better, you know.
That does sound. That's awesome. I love
Now
that.
nobody knows what you mean, but you do.
Well, I have a counter on screen.
Okay, never mind.
It's not embarrassing.
That's
It's
cool.
impressive.
No, not at all.
But then-
Not
And
at
there's people
all.
watching you do it, so there's also that. Like that people are entertained by it. So
And then anyone that there's 6 Pokemon in a party, 6 GM in a season. So if I complete it solo, I catch that Pokemon. If I get platinum, I catch the shiny version, and that is like my seasonal party.
Okay, that is the coolest thing I've heard. I'm not gonna lie. That is so cool. All right,
Very
you gotta tell me
creative.
one of your parties.
Well, all I got last season was Shuckle
Oh God.
for my very first GM.
Hey,
Oh.
that's a badass Pokemon.
But I caught a shiny. No, it's not. It's a terrible Pokemon.
he's just trying to be nice.
Do I need to
I'm
watch my
trying.
language?
No,
No, you can say whatever you want.
Oh.
Okay, good.
you can say whatever you want.
The only fun part about the Shuckle is someone was like, yeah, you don't fuckle with Shuckle. So that's the only good part
That's good.
about
That's a
having
good. That's a
Shuckle.
good saying.
But so far this season, I just caught like 2 days ago a shiny Caterpie.
There you
So
go.
I'm really excited.
There you go. Caterpie is underrated Pokemon without a doubt. Oh, that's such a cool concept, Sammy. That's so unique. That's so just such.
It's
There's just no one
different.
else in the community that just has the mind like you. I feel like
Yeah.
that you create things like this where
I'm a
it's
little
so.
weird.
No, it's not weird at all. It is so just cool. It's so just you. It's just I don't know. There's really nothing else to say other than just it's so unique.
I was gonna say
And-
if there wasn't a community focus yet, I'll be like, you better have
It
one.
makes perfect sense why you were the community focus, without a doubt, 100%.
I hope to see you in a trailer soon. Wait, have you been in a trailer yet?
A trailer for what?
Like, you know how they put like content creators in Destiny trailers sometimes, like their
Oh.
reactions.
Like
and stuff?
reactions and stuff like that.
Oh no. I
Oh,
don't
it's
do
coming.
anything that would bring the reactions.
Yes, you do. We literally just showed like one of the
Yeah,
sweetest
the-
videos at the beginning.
Well, I mean, what they're going for. Anything. Well, I don't know.
They're,
Now you got to come up with one. Now, next time you see the witness or something like that, you're like, oh my. You gotta do something cool. I don't know.
Oh, I've got some pretty good ones. Yeah. No, I've got
A
as
reaction
far as, like,
montage
reaction ones.
coming to a YouTube channel near you featuring SamiKat. That's what I
Maddox
wanna
is the king of just giving people content ideas. You should start
I am.
charging for
Yes.
this.
Dude,
just
I
kidding.
really should, bro. I got so many ideas.
He'll be like,
bro,
Luke,
it's
tweet
great.
this. Gets 500 likes. Thanks.
Montages are hard to make, though.
They are.
They
you
are
have to,
so hard.
you
I
almost
don't
have
know
to
how
pay someone
editors
to
do
do it. For
it.
sure. Nope.
I have
Luke,
no
I don't know how
idea.
you do it, bro.
Yeah, I edit for a living.
He does.
You do it enough times, it's easy.
Like, how do you decide what content?
You just
Someone
pick
was like,
the good stuff.
the part. Yeah,
you should
that's
do
the
a
part.
montage of all of your attempts on Corrupted. And I'm like, that's over 200 attempts. That's hundreds of freaking.
That's a lot of footage.
That's a lot of footage.
There's some
Mhm.
pretty cracked editors that can fly.
You know
through
what would
something like
actually
that.
just be the funniest thing is if you just did every death for like 1 second. You of your guardian death. Oof, oof.
That's
oof,
true.
oof,
If you
every-
had enough attempts, it
I
could
have-
equal a minute.
Yeah. there
I
you
have an entire clip or an entire folder of. I do OBS action replay.
Same.
So
yeah.
I have a 2-minute clip of every single death of every single GM I've ever done.
Oh my god.
I don't
need
know
to
how many
see
gigabytes.
It's like 6
it is.
terabytes.
I need to see that. I need to see that. That's
Every
hilarious.
single death. Most of them are the same reaction, and most of them have expletives in it. So
That's okay. So does this podcast. Well, here's I think Luke, if there's anything else you want to add,
Let's go.
before we get
Let's
into-
keep talking. What's next?
Yeah. So here's one thing that I want to talk about real quick. We'll get into before we get into a little game show that we will do the nice little tier list that we like to do. Is talk about our first little talking point of the night, and that is kind of the end of the season. As we've spoken very vaguely on it so far, at the end of the season of Destiny is very famous for just being boring, being like, we're chugging along, waiting for the new season, wait for the new content to come out. We don't know what it's going to be just yet. We're just kind of, we're making content like you do, Sammy, and so take me through what your thoughts are. I would say the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season. What is your? Do you have like a checklist that you want to get done? Is there certain weapons you don't have? Is there certain armor you don't have? Have you gone flawless yet, or anything like that? So take us through like what you do in the end of the season, or do you play other games as well too?
And
Like that's
do
always
you get burnt out? Because it doesn't sound
yes.
like it.
Do you get that? That's another good question, honestly.
I have a different version of burnt out, I guess.
Yeah, what
I don't
does
get
it
burnt
take?
out of the game. I get burnt out of activities. If that makes any
So
sense.
like
No,
if
that
you're
makes
doing an
perfect
attempt,
sense.
so like if you're doing an attempt for like a solo flawless, no HUD, like no, if you're doing an attempt, is that like an activity? Does that count as something you get burnt out of?
No, I mean like, so I used to be a completionist. I had to get absolutely everything done. And I know the exact triumph that completely changed that. Completely changed it. Anyways.
Oh gosh, what is
What
it?
was it?
It was Iron Burden.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you
that's
had to
difficult.
you had to kill Guardians in the Iron Banner like
20
negative
below.
negative okay,
Or
negative
10
about seven.
below.
I thought
Yeah,
it was I thought it was something huge, like negative
I
40.
know it might have been 20 below.
I thought it's definitely something like
It was
a
something that if
decent
you
amount.
didn't do it like immediately when it came out, you're
They took it away.
yeah.
And it's like 500 kills, was it not? It was a lot. Like you had to get a whole bunch,
And
like,
you get that emblem from it, right? That like brown emblem. Because I only have like a couple
I
friends
think
that
so, yeah.
have it that never take it off because it was a difficult triumph to get.
It was. I do remember that. Well, tell us
And
about
I
that.
was so close to getting it. And then they let us know they were getting rid of it with only like 1 week of Iron Banner left. And I had a terrible flare up of my lupus at that time, so I couldn't do it. And I'm just
Oh
like,
no.
so I couldn't get that one triumph because of my illness. And I was like, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to let it bother me anymore. And that was hard. It's hard to not complete things. But I was just like, I can't do it with this game. I will get sick trying to complete everything by the time Bungie wants us to complete it. Thankfully, they didn't, like, we had a whole year to do our seasonal content rather than per season.
Mm-hmm. Other
Like,
than the
that's
last
true.
season, right?
That's
Yeah,
true, yeah.
year 3, that was rough. That's rough for someone with a illness. But
I feel you. I don't have an illness, but I have a
But-
child now, and it's made.
oh yeah, no,
it's
that's
made,
pretty much the same thing. then.
it's made completion.
You are so ill, bro.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm not the first one to make that joke. Someone else made that joke in my chat like
Oh goodness.
a week ago. I just laughed so hard.
Yeah, I wish that I could just let go, and I don't complete everything, so like I don't have enough time to do every single triumph. Luckily, I don't have that in my mind. It's literally just like if I don't see all the seals finished in my seal section, I'm bothered. So,
I don't want to see my seals then,
and
bro.
I've just like unfortunately
Yeah.
done all of them for every season, and now I'm kind of just like I can't just stop. I've spent so much stupid time doing these. Like, why not keep going? Like right now, I'm about to be back on track. I have one triumph left for my for the new Ron, the new raid one. But I like wasn't getting the lores, so I have like almost all of them done, but I don't know which ones I don't have done. So I'm just like,
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
gotta
there's a
just-
website out there, bro.
well, I
I'm
know.
sure
I
there's
just got to get a
website.
squad together to do it. And you see how
I need
much
to run a run here.
you see how
soon.
much our clan plays this game right now. Like we ain't gonna be doing it together.
I need to do a run.
Here's 3 people,
What if we
Let's
do
just
an
do-
all bow?
all
Rock.
I already
bow.
did one.
Well, she already
Oh
did it.
shit.
You should have known that. She probably
Flawlessly?
did day 1 all
No HUD?
bows.
No HUD flawlessly?
I had a HUD, but not flawlessly. We had server issues.
Oh, okay.
We spent a lot more
I'll take
time
that.
waiting
I'll
to
take
get
that.
6 people in
Oh yeah. I
than we
bet.
did actually doing the raid.
I would be down. Let's plan it. We're running a run sometime soon. You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
I kind of had an embarrassing moment
Let's hear it.
yesterday. I really like Perpetualis, the Strand auto rifle. For some
Okay.
reason, Bungie gave us 2 Strand auto rifles, right?
They did. That's
this
true. Yeah.
season.
One seasonal one and one raid one. Yeah.
Well, I have intense ADHD, so I see a thumbnail and I see auto rifle, I see Strand, and they're generally the same colors. So I thought that I had my newly crafted Perpetualis on my character. So I equip it as I'm going and doing some just general leveling things. And I'm like, oh my God, I really like the feel of this weapon. I like it so much. And then I noticed, I don't know, probably an hour and a half later, I was using Rufus's Fury. And it's not a crafted one. So I was like, why am I not leveling up this Perpetualis?
Oh no! All
So
that
I fell in
time,
love
all
with
those
this
kills.
weapon. I fell in love with this weapon I don't even have. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was
Need to get
talking
that.
all about how I was going to use it in this certain aspect
Yeah.
of the game and this activity. I was like, nope.
Well, you can still
Sam
use it.
doesn't
It's just
realize.
whatever role you got, which I'm assuming is probably not that great, right?
It's not that great because I assumed that it was the same one that I initially crafted.
It was the bad crafted when you were waiting to level up.
But it had
Oh,
hatchling,
there you
which is
go.
adorable.
Well, tell me about. So, what
Yeah.
are your plans for the rest of the season, Sammy? Do you have?
Oh, yeah.
You said
Sorry.
you have. Is Lightblade a part of this season, or is that something that's coming next time?
We don't know when Lightblade's coming.
Don't know yet.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like, oh, the
Oh,
big
yeah,
finale
my
in the season
list.
or not. Yeah, take us through what you're doing to kind of prevent burnout,
Yeah.
or do stuff to just kind of get you to the next season.
Well, I've always done this thing where it's I have to complete everything, and
Okay.
then I will make a big spreadsheet where I will have all of the triumphs so I can just see it. I will have all of the seasonal challenges, go through and make sure I do that, and all the seals, things like that. I thankfully can wait and push all of it back until the end of the year. But at the end of the season, I like to try and get as many of the challenges done as I can. I like to try and get the seals done if I can. I just have so much to do
Okay.
because I just don't want to do it.
I feel you on that. That's like
Procrastination. We love it.
that's what the game does.
Procrastinator. I am
There
a
you go.
procrastinator.
There you go. There you go.
That's awesome. I want to
I
know
know I
this.
Go ahead.
said that I'm streaming later, not like trying to boost my stream or anything. But
We
on
want you to.
Tuesdays,
Yeah.
We want everyone to watch you. So
Oh.
tell us all about
Absolutely.
it
If you're listening, go watch twitch.tv/SamiKat
right now.
right now.
Even if she's not
Oh,
live, you
not
go
now.
watch her VOD.
yeah, go just watch.
Pull the tab up from whenever she's
my
live.
app, yeah, my offline is pretty good. That image.
Oh gosh, now I'm intrigued. I need to go.
No, it's really not. I spelled it wrong for like the first 2 years though, and eventually one of my mods let me know. But anyways, yeah, I do
Looks good.
6 to 12
Approval.
hour streams every Tuesday before reset because I'm a procrastinator and usually don't do things earlier in the week / season. So that's why I will be streaming in like 2.5 hours because Iron Banner, and I still haven't completed it because I didn't start Iron Banner until this week. So I have, about 12 hours to do all of the Iron Banner stuff I have yet to do.
Is that what
So
this?
I call it Race to Reset, and I've been doing it since 2019.
That's what I was gonna ask about. Is someone in chat said race to reset? Is you've been doing that
I
since
truly
2019?
think you have like the perfect formula to escape burnout. Like just to like
Literally.
wrap this up, like you quite literally have the absolute most beautiful formula. You know what you do throughout the season. The season comes to an end, and you do this race to reset thing where you kind of just do your little catch up, and your friends are there to help you, friends that are play and watch, and you just have stuff to do throughout the whole, and just your mentality as well too is what keeps you going. You have to complete it. You have to get it done by this time. I think you are the queen of not getting burnt out.
I don't have enough time. Like I run out of time. Here is a tip for you people, the people who get burnt out. Just don't do the stuff earlier in the season.
There you go. Take your time. That's one thing I've actually said as well too. Like everybody's like, Lightfall came out and they're play. Don't do anything other than just play. Get prepped for the raid. But then 3 weeks go by and they're like, oh, what do I do now? I'm already maxed light.
I hate this. Let's go play Minecraft.
Yeah. So I recently have like maybe since like season 15, I've just like I'll play a couple of times here, a couple of times there. Like since Witch Queen, I think actually I'd say like I'll play day one, of course. I'll get the season done, or I'll get the story done, and then I'll just slowly make my way into the seasonal content, and collecting this here and there, getting the crafted weapon that I want, and that way towards the end of the season, I don't have that like, Destiny sucks, this is stupid. But I will say that this season itself, I feel like, even though I played super casually, even though I kind of really didn't, I did play quite almost daily for the first 2 weeks of Lightfall into the raid. Now I'm kind of an hypocrite because I am like, okay,
You
I'm
did
ready for the next
exactly
season.
what you just said, not to do.
Well, because I was working from home and stuff like that, I was dealing with
That's
injuries.
true.
So I was
You had
working
like a
from
lot
home.
more time at the beginning of the season
I
than
had
normal.
2 weeks
I'm
of
sorry to hear that.
Lightfall of where I could just sit at home and play games all day and still work from home and stuff like that. So this season is a bit odd for me, of course, but I'm ready for some new content. I'd like to see something come out, and there's a lot of things that I'm intrigued about this next season that they've announced and stuff. So
I think it'll be fun.
I think so too.
I do the same thing every season. So especially
You're the king of not getting burnt out.
I don't ever get burnt out of this game, to be honest with you. Like
You're right.
And it's only because I go hard in the paint for the beginning of not a season, but of a season where there's a new DLC. And I only go really hard at first because I need to get all like the end game stuff finished while my hardcore friends are still playing. Because
That's a good point.
before they get burnt out, I have to get my crap. I got to
Mhm.
like tag on and be like, all right, I need this done and this done and this done and this done before you guys are done and go
He's
play
a
Elden Ring.
moocher.
Yes, absolutely. But I offer friendship in
You do.
return and wisdom if they need it. So I do that, and then by the end of the season, I trickle off into like the smaller stuff that like I need to complete that I can do on my own, and then I always like I said, I'm pretty busy most of the time, so I don't always have a ton of time to play. So ever since that happened, which was probably like 5 years ago, I've always had like stuff I could do in Destiny. Now I also play other games just for fun. Like I'm playing Zelda right now, I said. Sometimes I play other stuff. Like I'll probably play the new Jedi game soon. But for some reason I never really get completely burnt out. I could always play Destiny. Like if there's like any part of the season, even if the season sucks, I could play PvP, I could do whatever. I could do scrims with you if I'm free. Like I don't know why I don't get I'm pretty optimistic, so maybe that's what it is.
There's a lot in the game.
Yeah, there's just a ton of
is.
stuff to do,
If
and there
you truly
isn't
think about it, there's a
like
lot.
there really isn't enough time to do everything. Like unless you do it full time, like there's a lot of stuff to do. Now, some of it I will say, and we've talked about a lot on the podcast and on our old podcast. Some of it I'm over. It's just boring at this point. That I've just activities that I've done so many times.
It's repeating. It's the seasonal model that we've seen, for many months now. So I understand. You do the same thing, even though it's like different content. You grind out this seasonal model. You grind out the 3x9 grid. To get your upgrades throughout the week. It's time gated now every single week, and stuff like that. So that's been the seasonal model for many months now, and it has gotten, a bit stale, I would say.
Yeah. And I think me being I'm not like a full completionist. I'll just call myself like a kind of completionist, a seal completionist.
That's a completionist.
Yeah, that helps.
Absolutely.
That helps me.
That's a completionist.
Okay, that counts.
100%.
It helps. I just have some like hardcore completionist friends that like do every single everything, and they make me feel kind of stupid sometimes that I just do seal. I don't guild anymore because I guilded my Unbroken all the way till it wasn't a thing anymore. Now they can't even see the guild on my name. Like it doesn't have the purple 6 up there anymore. I'm like, what was the point of doing that? I'm not doing that again. So
I didn't think about that.
it's just gone. It just says Unbroken now. Used to at the beginning of a season, even like it would say like the number and not be orange. I was hoping that I was only doing it so that when it got retired, I would have a rare Unbroken 6 kind of deal, but it's just not there. So what was the point of doing that every season?
Exactly. You got all those glaive kills for no reason.
Yeah, but anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that doing that stuff also helps me have stuff that brings me back. And then when I come back, Destiny's always just that game. I'm sure we can all agree that just feels good.
100%.
Even if there's like nothing to do. like literally going into the Cosmodrome and killing some dregs is fun. It is to me at least because I just like the
I think
atmosphere.
it is.
Yeah.
So
We're
you
on the
know
same
that
page.
like people are like, the term, the phrase Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to like to go around and just Netflix and patrol the moon. Just turn on Netflix on one
Put something
monitor,
on and go shoot
patrol
some
the
dregs.
moon on the other. Like,
That's the way to do it.
I do the same
Netflix
thing.
and patrol.
I throw YouTube videos on and just like do bounties or just
Yeah.
random crap, to be honest.
That's how I'll be like during football season. I'll have the football game on my computer and playing Destiny or whatever, doing my minuscule things.
That should be a new podcast. Netflix and patrol. We just watch a Netflix show while patrolling
Yeah.
and
What are we watching
talking.
today, boys? Oh, that's hilarious. Cool. I think you guys have a great recipe for what y'all do, and I need to complete some stuff. I might go and look at some challenges that I need to get done.
I think you would like to. That's because you love doing scrims, but you seem to be getting burnt out by that a little bit.
I do. I think that's safe to say the burnout's real for sure.
So, and you're good at this game. Like you're efficient. So I feel like you would have a good time doing some.
We might have to
completion-y
sneak into
things.
some PvE content here then.
Yeah,
in the
I was
next
about
couple
to
weeks.
say you should.
Oh, I see an all bow something coming in my future. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
You gotta.
Speaking of bows, I'm really intrigued about this next section. And so we have the bow queen herself that is going to give us her thoughts on a Destiny 2 bow tier list.
I'm so scared.
Now,
I don't know.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the attention on her, unfortunately, because I have no clue about any of these bows.
Me neither. I know some of the exotics pretty well.
What we're going to do is we are going to let's put it a little bit bigger. What we're going to do, Sammy, is I am simply just going to let you grade these bows. You give me,
and with the peanut gallery over here, we'll have some comments like based off what you say.
yes, we'll be like, oh, I do like that one. If you put Le Monarch and S+, I might have an issue. That's all I'm saying. But we're gonna. I would.
PvP.
I think,
PvP.
yes, we hate it. You give me what your reasoning is. It can be very simple, sweet. I love this bow. I think it's great. It's brought me through so many things. And I think it's S+. Boom. We'll place it there. There is no argument whatsoever. So take the floor, Bow Queen, SamiKat.
Oh
Where are we going to place Le Monarch in the Destiny 2 bow tier list?
Okay, so I have to like go down the list. That's how you. I've never done a tier
Yep.
list.
So we'll go Le Monarch, and we're gonna go down the list. Well, I don't know what any of these bows are, so you'll just have to kind of walk us through.
Le Monarch, I would say an A.
Okay.
Wait, can I just I know which ones are S+. Can I just tell you those, or do I
Absolutely.
have to go down the list?
You
don't have to go in order. You don't have to go.
No,
in
not
order.
at all.
Oh, good. I was so nervous. Okay. S+ will have to be Subtle Calamity.
Oh, okay. And that one's this one. We discovered that one is that one.
Discovered that one. And Leviathan's Breath.
Okay. I agree
Not
with
I
Leviathan's
agree.
breath.
Only
I
heavy
agree with
bow.
Leviathan's breath.
That's not the reason. I just legitimately love that bow. I would say the next one in the row, Tyranny of Heaven.
Okay, so we're going, and that's this one here, the
Yep.
one from Last Wish is going
is
A. Okay.
I would also say Spiteful Fang, which is second from last.
Okay.
Is an
From
A.
Black Armory.
Oh,
Yep.
yes, I remember that one.
I would say Accrued Redemption, which is the next one in the list. Is
Okay, from
probably
Garden.
B.
Okay.
Uh,
No reasoning whatsoever.
is
You guys
impressive.
are listening. These are
oh wait,
these are
should I give you
optimal.
reasons?
If you want to. If you want to.
Okay, can I just do them and then you guys
Yeah.
can ask me what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, a good idea. Good idea.
Okay.
Go ahead. So
I would say Trinity Ghoul. Oh gosh, there are people that live by these.
I have a
There
lot of
is.
kills with Trinity
you
Ghoul.
better be careful.
I got
I would
100,000.
Say, you want me to put it up in A?
You
I-
put it
What if
wherever
I
you
said
want.
F? No, I'm just joking.
All it's done for me is get me levels while I'm
I would
AFKing.
say probably B.
Okay. Okay.
I would prefer
Interesting
not to
choice.
talk about Wishender.
Okay. Where are we putting it?
Oh no, don't make me.
Where are we putting it?
Oh no. Can I decline the invitation to
We'll
be
save
on
it
the
for last. We'll save it
podcast?
for last. We'll come back. We'll come back.
Okay. Vow, I would probably put. Wait, real quick on a tier list. Do I have to have an F?
You
No,
don't. You can
no.
put them wherever you want. Actually, we
Okay.
can even add a D if you want.
Let's add a D.
Okay, let's add a D.
I might not even use a D.
New, and then we're gonna. Oh no, I want that to go down. We're gonna do this. We're gonna call it.
These tier list things are
Okay.
so fun.
They are. We do this every stream. It's fantastic. I love it.
The very first one we did took like an hour. We
It
went
did,
way
it
too hard.
did. It took
We went
way
way
too long.
Oh my gosh.
All right, the vow. Where are we placing it?
Um,
I truly don't even remember this spell. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I ever even got it.
it's from
D.
Crimson Doubles when they had.
I know. Now it's
Yeah.
nowhere to be found.
I
All right.
would say.
I specifically hate this spell because it's way too large to be a bow.
I know. I want to say probably D.
Okay. You're being nice. You're being nice.
I know.
All right, another for
Arsenic
snake and bow.
bite.
Arsenic bite.
I want to put that up in A.
Okay. That
I
was
might
very
move some of
generous.
these around. Hush.
Is that this one?
Is that one Hush?
I'm pretty sure that's Hush, yeah. Or,
Yeah, Hush. And then
or
that's
is that one
the one
Hush?
from. This is Hush. This is the one from Iron Banner.
Hush. Yeah. Hush, I would say is D.
Okay. Now remind me, the Hush was a static roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so
Um,
was Point of the Stag.
yes. Point of the Stag, A.
Very good choice. Probably one of my favorite bows. All right, now
I
the
would
Subtle
say-
Calamity look-alike.
No Turning Back is probably a C.
Nothing really special about it, I will say.
No. But
I remember getting it, but it really Subtle Calamity, am I right? I mean, come on. All right,
it was
last
the
but not
first
least,
bow we got.
it was No Turning Back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was.
You got it from like completing
Yeah.
the first mission on
Yep.
whatchamacallit?
The Tangled Shore, right?
Tangled Shore, yeah.
There's a lot of sentimentality to that.
There is.
There's a
I
lot.
can agree. All right, last but
Can
not
we
least.
change the name of F to cannot decide because too many friends love. How many characters do I have? Because
Well, it
too
matters
many
if I can-
friends love
Thought I
Wishender,
can't spell.
and I don't want them to be mad at me.
And put that, and I don't want them to be mad at me.
You're good.
Oh, man. That'd be a good clip right there, bro.
There we go.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
My question is, do you hate Wishender?
I really enjoy Wishender. I really, really enjoy Wishender.
Okay, I will
I
say,
just can't commit.
okay. I will say Wishender has one of the coolest quests in Destiny 2. Let me just point
It
that out.
does.
It has
Oh,
one of the
gosh.
best quests. It has one of the only places that we visited one time so far. That big, huge well over there in the Tangled Shore. That is like one of the most beautiful places in this game that has not been used before, and since then we have
Well, yeah.
not revisited
You
that.
can't
place.
go there right now, so.
Yeah, but dude, like,
Wow.
come on, like that was such a beautiful place that they haven't gone back to anything. It was the only part of that quest. So cool though.
And it was sort of a secret quest.
It was because you had to get all the eggs, right?
You had to go and try and find how to start the quest,
That's
which
right.
was in the
That's
Tangled
right.
Shore.
That's right.
And-
And then you had to go
You had to do Shattered Throne.
So all I
think
thought-
you had to run
a
through it first.
talisman, stuff like that.
Yeah, you pick it up. Like you pick up like a version of it, right? From that statue in Shattered Throne, right before the boss.
I think you had to run through Shattered Throne once, get the
Get it.
tokens, cleanse the tokens, which you had to
Mhm.
do special steps in Shattered Throne.
That's right. The tokens. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. 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 Yes.
You had to go and
I
cleanse
remember.
those. And then you had to get past the ogre encounter to the
Yes.
statue
And place
and
them.
turn them all in. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Oh my God. What a cool quest.
I know.
That was such a cool quest.
It was brilliant. It was really good.
All right. Well, there's your bow tier list, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Let's see the prop. So.
Oh yeah, show us.
Oh, my prop.
Show us. Yeah, show us your.
You
prop.
had
Subtle Calamity.
Subtle
Should
Calamity.
be the only one. Wait, can we move Leviathan's Breath down to A? Can I make a few tweaks?
Yes.
We can. We'll make a few tweaks. We'll take a screenshot of it before we're done.
Thanks.
And we'll post it. This is the official tier list made by the Bow Queen herself. And then, so I'll move.
Pull it back
I'll
up.
move.
Pull it back up.
Here we go. Here we go.
It'll be quick.
Okay. So I moved it to A.
I need to. Okay, and then I need Arsenic Bite to be B.
Okay.
I need.
Are you stuck on
Tyranny-
Trinity Ghoul at a B? That's all I'm saying. Are you stuck on this one?
Yeah.
I feel like okay. All right. Because you're the bowmaster.
I think that Point of the Stag should be. Oh, you're missing a couple bows.
We are. This was the best one I could find.
This is okay. The next one that I need you to move is Tyranny of Heaven. Move that down one.
Okay. A lot of Forsaken ones here in B.
Okay, no, move that back up. Put
Okay.
Point of the Stag down.
Okay.
I need Accrued Redemption. No, keep that there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
Okay. We like that.
We like
I don't know why we like it, but we like it.
We like it.
We like it.
We like it.
The reason why is that Subtle Calamity is the only bow that ever matters in the entire world.
There you go. You heard it here first.
And I love it so
Let's
much.
see the,
I have
let's
a
see the
t-shirt
shirt.
of it.
Oh yes.
It's just like me. I'm anything but.
We are
subtle.
missing a few bows. It's not updated, unfortunately, but we will
I'll
maybe
make
have to
one.
find one. Yeah, we need an official tier list. That's Destiny
Where-
2 Twitter gold.
If someone's watching this, where on earth can we buy that shirt? Plug it.
Oh gosh. I don't know the link of my merch store.
Can you just peep? Can you find it? I mean, or like
It will
if
be
someone
in the description below.
yeah. If you
I
want
keep
that
meaning
shirt,
to change my merch store.
We have some friends in chat in our live Twitch chat, by the way, that is gonna find our link for us. We have some helpers. Thank goodness.
thank
Oh
goodness.
my gosh.
You have a great
Really?
community hanging out with us. You did a great job. That was a great tier list.
That
by
was
the way.
fun. That was
Thanks.
cool.
That was fantastic.
It's cool to watch you pick those because I like
I
genuinely.
can tell that you cared.
Yeah,
too. That's what I love.
like, I
you
genuinely
knew
don't.
where they were
I've never
supposed to
done a
be.
tier list.
That's a good 1st
They're
one to do.
so
Then
fun.
they are very
They're
fun
so
to do.
fun.
The
I
first
love
one we
it.
did
I
was
love
pulse
it.
rifles. That's the one that took us like an hour and 10
No, that
minutes.
was just us
Where did you
grading
put-
them.
Oh yeah, we were
Where-
grading them.
Oh.
Yeah, it was tough. I think the first one we did was raids.
That one was
Wasn't
fun.
it raids?
Yeah.
And then some other things. And we've done
I'm gonna do those.
Dungeons,
and
right?
we did like bosses. Or was it bosses that we did first?
I don't remember.
No, we did raids. We did raids with G miners. And then last week we did
Last podcast was with G miners, I think.
no, it was with Aki. Last time
Oh
we
yeah, that was
did-
Aki.
We did seasons, did we not? Or no, we did a destinations. We did
Destinations.
That's right. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
that's a
one.
good one.
It was a good one. It was a good one. Because what was really cool is Aki, he's a wonderful gentleman that we had on last time, and he didn't play Destiny once, so he only had like the Mars and the Moon that have like come back from Destiny 1. He's only seen Destiny 2 versions of them, and me and Luke have seen the Destiny 1
Oh.
versions, and they split those up. So it was really cool to see his perspective on Mars 2 versus Mars 1. You know, so it was pretty cool. There's a lot of cool ones on this website. I'll have to send you the link, and you can
Can you
go
make
ham
your
with it.
own?
I think you can. Yes, you can alter. You can make your own. You just have to have the images and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Oh gosh, we just opened up.
You
So
did.
She's
You
gonna
opened
tweet. It's gonna be
very-
like 15 tier lists in a row. She like
Guys,
Twitter
if you
loves
don't
tier
want to
lists,
see
by the way.
these,
So be
mute
careful.
this
Be
thread.
careful.
her stream today is not gonna be race to reset. It's gonna be like you're
it's
just gonna
gonna
do
be
12
tier lists.
hours of
Tier
tier lists.
Guys, I'm gonna be late to race because I
Oh,
gotta make
goodness.
some tier lists.
We do. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, rating emblems or
Oh
shaders.
gosh, that'd
I'm
be
telling
intense.
you, you just type in Destiny 2, blah 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 blah. It'll show up. Look, I'll type in Destiny 2 shaders right now.
See, I'm too neurotic to use those lists. Like, it really bothers me
Destiny
that there's
2
not more
shaders.
bows in the one we just did.
Yep, there's plenty of them. Don't worry. Destiny 2 pink shaders.
What about Destiny 2 shaders where the thumbnail doesn't accurately display
Wait,
what actually shades?
let me
There's
just share with you real quick how many shaders are in this tier list.
Oh my
Dude.
god, I'm doing that.
Oh my lord.
This is right up Sammy's
Dude,
alley.
you can't do this. It would take you all day.
Oh, trust me, I have time. Actually, no.
Then you have
And this
one.
is
So you have Destiny
why.
2 pink shaders.
This
There you
is
go.
why
That's
she's
easier.
doing race to reset, because she's doing this the first 6 days of the week, right?
It's true. That's why I'm a procrastinator. I do all the
Dude,
stuff I don't need
there's
to
so
do
many.
earlier in the week.
Oh my goodness. All right. I think we are time to talk about our hot take of the week. What do you think?
I'm in.
It's a
I'm
good
ready.
one. And I know me and Luke we're going to go head to head on this one. I'm curious to see what you think about this, Sammy. So, hot take of the week, as we do every single week, we come up with a statement that someone on the podcast, whether it's me, whether it's Luke, or whether it's our guest, and this time it was myself that came up with this one because we have seen it on Twitter today, and this is something I truly believe. Like, I wish this was a part of Destiny, and that is Destiny 2 is lacking replayability. Let me just explain real quick, because someone on my Twitter today got replayability kind of mixed up with like replays, like going back and replaying your footage and stuff like that. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Destiny 2 is lacking incentive to replay content, whether that is strikes, whether that's Crucible, whether that's raids. Raids don't have incentive to play more than a few times a week, get your characters done, blah, 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 blah. And also, of course, strikes, anything. There's no game mode, and I'm going to refer to Menagerie specifically, and also like Archon's Forge, if you guys remember back in Destiny 1, some type of, whether it's a horde mode, whether it's some type of Menagerie type thing that changes weekly. There's a new boss weekly. There's new, I think Menagerie had, what, 6 encounters that changed throughout the time period, and they were encounters that we've seen in raids, encounters that we've seen in strikes, different things, but it rotated weekly, and you could go in and you could get the loot that you want and you could farm it. You didn't, like, your time wasn't being wasted, if that makes sense. So I truly think that Destiny 2 is lacking something in that regard. Also, the example given today was Prison of Elders. I don't know if you guys remember Prison of Elders. One of my favorite, by far, one of my favorite things in Destiny ever. So what are your thoughts, Sammy? We'll start with you and then we'll get to Luke.
Well, I first just want to ask you, did you see the tweet from, oh god, I forget who it is, Christopher Barrett, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
where
that I quote tweeted. Yes.
He put down all of the different, like, actual lists, the spreadsheet of everything.
Yes, I saw that right before we got started too.
That is so cool. I think there isn't a lot of replayability in this game. And I don't know if it's because, for me, there's a lot because I make my own challenges.
Right. Yes. It's different for people that do that. I agree.
Yeah. I find reasons to replay it. I feel like, get back to me.
Okay. Think about what you want to say. We'll go to Luke because I know he has a differing opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter if there's replayability in this game, because we're all going to get the thing that is now being replayed for, and then we're back to square one where we don't have anything to replay. I think we're like too far gone. Like this game is like almost 10 years in, to the point where like if they were gonna put something in this game that was so replayable that we weren't whining every season that this stuff's boring, they would have done it by now. Like even Menagerie, like I don't want to go do that. I did that. I got everything I needed from it.
You did that for 24 hours. Let me point that out.
I did the 24-hour stream I did. I was trying to finish a seal and I had to do Menagerie for 20 hours
did
straight.
Menagerie for so long, bro.
That's wonderful.
No wonder you hate it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that ever again. But I also think that there is replayability in the game right now.
Okay, where?
Like if we're thinking
just,
about like
simply asking.
normal players, not just us who will grind this to the end of time, you can replay like there's enough weapons and roles and craftable weapons that you can replay every activity to a certain point, and there's so many of them that I think like your average player, it could take an entire like 3 or 4 months just to get like what you need finished. And that's also hoping that maybe they don't look up YouTube videos on how to do it efficiently. I just feel like there's a lot of that already in the game. But at the same time, I do agree that it is lacking replayability for like hardcore players or end game players, people that are sticking around and playing. There's stuff that's just not there. But at the same time, like I said, I feel like we're too far gone to the point where replayability in this game is going to be something like what Sammy does, where we're making up our own replayability.
Challenges and stuff.
What you're doing, Sam, you're doing scrims, like you're doing community scrimmaging of PvP. Like you made that up. That's not
really?
like
That's what a scrim is?
Yeah, that's what it stands for, right? Scrimmage. It's scrimmages. It's practicing each other.
I just thought that was a PvP thing.
Yeah, it's
How fancy.
I've always looked at it. Just scrim is a short word for scrimmage. I've
yeah,
always thought.
I'm pretty confident that's what it is. I hope it is.
I hope so, because that's what I thought.
The end game for people, like, because we talk about it every week. The only thing that they need to add to make stuff replayable that we have now that's boring to do is better rewards, aesthetics, emblems, glows, like all that kind of stuff, and they haven't done it. So like I don't know what else there is in this game that we're gonna get that's gonna be revolutionary to be replayable, if that makes sense. Where it's something that's gonna. Plus, I'm like kind of live in the world where once I've done the thing enough times, I'm probably not gonna want to come back to it just because of the way the dynamics of Destiny are. It's like if I go play FIFA over and over and over again, it's a little different because it's like a soccer game and there's like a career mode that I can build my own story around. Where Destiny is like always kind of been a linear thing with new things added inside of the linear format of what it is. It's the same feel. We're just trying to get weapons to looter shooter. It's a really hard, like I like agree with you, Maddox, but I also disagree. Like I said, I think my end point with this is I think like if there's gonna be another Destiny after like this Light Darkness saga ends with like a new engine and a new this and a new that, that's speculation. That's like what I want to happen. That's where I think we can hope for replayability. And I think this world that we're in, we're just like stuck with this, and I don't even want to bother thinking about
we're on autopilot.
What's gonna come. That's kind of where I live in it. So it's a little jaded of an opinion, but.
It sucks to agree. It sucks that I have to agree with you on this, but you're not wrong, and I don't disagree in that sense. It's just something that like that's how I fell in love with Destiny. You know, like I fell in love with the fact that I have to, if I want something in this game, I had to go play this one activity because that's where that one gun dropped, and that's it. You can't get it from anywhere else. You can't get it from a raid. You can't get it from this. I'm gonna use Menagerie again because at the time. You couldn't get those weapons anywhere else. You couldn't get an Austringer from anywhere else. You had to go into Menagerie. You had to upgrade your chalice, whatever, each week to get better rewards, to get more focused rewards. You could literally put on what masterwork you wanted. You could, of course, and then what gun and stuff like that. And you go in, you knew what you were getting. You knew if I spend an hour in Menagerie, I can get 5 Austringers, and if I didn't get a good one, but I know like my time was not wasted because I got the loot that I was searching for, whether it was something that I'm not going to keep or not. And let me also now fast forward to now we have weapon crafting, you know? So you go into a raid and you get your spoils, you get a red border, you buy a red border at the end. So you're getting 2 or 3 red borders each week if you do your full grind, you know. And so what happens when you get that red border of the weapon that you want, the final red border, and you craft it? You're not going to go do that raid or anything where that one weapon drops because you got the best shit already, you know? And that's just a like, oh, if I grind for 4 weeks, I know I'm going to get what I want. I want something to be so unobtainable sometimes where I'm playing this game until the fucking end of the season and I finally get that son of a bitch, you know, and I
All right,
finally
so
get that
kind of
god
like
roll Offbringer.
Skolas, because Skolas was pretty much impossible.
I love that shit. Prince of Elders was fantastic. Yes. And it changed. It changed weekly. There was something available every week. Like there was a new rotation. Like every week was a different rotation of bosses. It was literally just get the mines, kill the boss, move on, get the mines, kill the boss, move on, blah 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 blah. And then you got to Skolas and it was like a fight. It was like a raid boss in a sense. And then you got down to the end and you knew what type of loot you were getting because you put the time in and there's only one small little, you know, loot pool that you could get. And you know your time was worth it if you completed it because you're going to get the best shit in the game. You may not get the best roll. So guess what? Do it again. You know, that feeling of just, I know if I put my time into this, I'm going to get what I want. I may not get it in the time that I want, you know. Of course, if I get something first try, then that's fantastic. Hallelujah. But you know, I just miss that, like the sense of like something being so obtainable and I finally get it. And it's like when people used to get Galahorn, you know, it's like, oh, there's a 0.05% chance of this one weapon dropping from this one activity or from like any end game activity. And when you finally got it, you're like, dude, all this time I put in, I can finally use something that I've been, or finally got what I've been
There's
looking for, you
a
know?
payoff. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Sammy, have you collected your thoughts?
I have so many thoughts.
Let's hear 'em.
There's no time for all of them. But I think that the idea of replayability, burnout, things like that, I think that is actually a symptom of many other larger issues.
Mhm.
It's hard to say, okay, here's how you fix replayability without addressing what the activities are, how you obtain loot, how much loot there is, how many activities there are. One thing that works for some people isn't going to work for someone else. A
Absolutely.
great
Well, of course, yeah.
example, 2 examples of this. First example, Season of the Haunted. We had the Leviathan brought back, all corrupted, things like that. We had a ton of loot that was given to us, specific ways on how to obtain that loot, right?
Mhm.
And people kept saying it's too grindy. They didn't do the activities to specifically get that loot. It was too grindy and people got upset. There's other people that say, you know, one thing that we should get for really putting the effort and the work in for PvP should be cosmetics. There's an Iron Banner shader people were going for in the first Iron Banner week saying this takes too long to get. So what do you do when you give these rewards for people to work towards, but then that's too much? But then you don't give them rewards and it's not enough. So I think the issue with replayability is that I don't think that the community, I don't think the player base knows what they want. I think there is entirely too much in the game right now that players don't want to decide what to do. There's too much. They want to be told what to do, what to go for. That's with a lot of different things, not just gaming. People don't want to have to make choices. They want the illusion of choice without having to make the choice. And right now, there's so many different things to do that I think people just forget about certain activities that they may otherwise love because they're so busy working on like getting this loot and then moving on to get this loot and then to get something else. There's so many weapons that people don't even use. I have all these red borders just in case. I craft them, level them up to 17 just in case. They're not a bow. I'm not going to use them, but just in case it's something to do. There's 2-strand auto rifles that I got mixed up. We don't need 2-strand auto rifles this season.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much loot. And people, there's just too much in this game. People want more, but there's too much in this game. And I think the replayability is because there's too much to play. The issue of replayability is there's too much to play. People don't know what to do.
That's very well put, honestly. I don't disagree, in a sense, but I definitely agree in a sense where there is a lot. And the more you think about it, there's how many craftable weapons now, and you can go and get you all your red borders and stuff. There's how many activities that drop specific loot now. You even have like public events on Neomuna that drop only those specific weapons on any given day and stuff. So you're not wrong. I totally kind of agree.
I'm with you. I'm always mad that they add all this new stuff that I'm never going to use every season unless it's meta, because I only use stuff I'm the opposite. Like, you use bows. My favorite thing to use is whatever's the most efficient for getting me through stuff the fastest.
Makes sense.
Because like I keep saying, I think I'm just at the point where I want to get to the end of this light dark saga. If there's anything after that, see what it is. But in the meantime, I'm kind of just coasting. Like, I know what I like to use. I have a hard time. I like to collect weapons. I have all of them in my vault, which is now overflowing, obviously. Half of them I'm never going to use ever, but I just have them because have something wrong with me. I'm going to get them. I just want to keep them. I wish I didn't want to keep them.
That's me. Completely.
I'm the same as you. I can't let go of them, even though I'm never going to use them. Which you're so right. Like, it just turns... Like, everyone, I love what you said. Like, when something's too grindy, people complain, which I feel like grindy is playability. Like, that's what that means.
I think so too.
And whenever it's
replayability versus farming, versus grinding,
and then when there's not enough, then there's not any. So it's like you don't win either. I always think no one's gonna win either way.
I truly think that one of the issues is crafting, like where you get to an endpoint and like that's it. Like, that's all you need is just this, and that, and then you get the god roll that you want, that you dream of, that, and with enhanced perks and this and that, a gold shader if you want to put it on. You talked about the season of Haunted, and it just dawned on me, like, that grinding would have been so much more fun if those weapons weren't craftable. Because imagine they're putting all this time in and they're getting all these random rolls, and then they finally, oh my god, I finally got this beloved that's quick draw snapshot. I've been waiting for this roll. I can finally stop. All this time that I put in was worth it. They're not just grinding. Now all the RNG they have is just whether they get a red border or not. That's boring, in my opinion. Like,
sorry, go ahead.
It's a red border. I wanted to also just point out real quick. I don't know if you guys remember back whenever Leviathan was still in the game, and they made raids replayable with letting them, however many times you run them, you still get loot no matter what. And just this uproar of players going into Leviathan again, like, oh, I never got the chess piece. Now I can just farm and replay like this one activity because I know I'm going to get a good chess piece eventually. And when it finally happens, I'm set. Booyah. Oh, I never got like the legs or the helmet, something like that. And in this case, the weapons weren't random rolls, which that would have been flawless if they were. But it's just like, you think about things where they just give you access to more loot, if that makes sense. Like, the raids becoming farmable. Now we have a weekly farmable raid where if someone can go back, if forget the FOMO, they can go back and get the ancient gospel god roll that they've been trying to get for the past fucking year and a half. And just I just think that was such a cool addition that kind of gave you that little hint, that the little sugar and spice of replayability. And I just curious if they could ever just run with that, but they never did, unfortunately.
There's a couple things that I think. See, I want to give suggestions and ideas, but I know that there are pitfalls for every single one.
Oh, absolutely.
Bungie cannot win at all. They just cannot win. And there's two things I keep coming back to that, okay, you decide what you want me to to describe. There's two things, one about weapon focusing, one about moon nightmare stuff like armor, and then the other one is about perks on or craftable weapons. Because I could go on all of these. Which one would you like me to describe?
Oh, whichever you want. You take
Whatever is
Okay.
top on your top of the list.
Well, okay, so I came up with this idea just yesterday. So I think with it is we're always searching for red borders of weapons, but we get a ton of drops of those weapons, like Rufus's Fury. I've had a bunch of them, but I've only had, I think, one red border. I think it would be cool to, rather than have to level up each weapon after you craft it to be able to get the perks. First of all, I think that weapon leveling should be across all the frame, not per weapon. But
oh yeah, true. I agree with that.
Because I have 2 under your skin with different perks on them, but I had to level them separately.
Yeah, it's
But
annoying.
another way is I feel like you should have to unlock the perks. So you have to get the red borders. And once you get it, you can craft the weapon. But in order to craft the weapon for a certain perk, you have to get the weapon with the perk on it first. So say I
Okay.
wanted under your skin, which you can't get the red borders now, but if this were the case last season or last year, I would get, I don't know how many red borders of under your, or sorry, how many under your skin to get like 1 red border. So I might get 5 under your skin and 1 red border. If I wanted dragonfly to craft on my bow, I would have to, in those like 5, get 1 with dragonfly on it. And then that means once I can craft it, I can automatically craft it with that perk. So in order to unlock the perk, you have to get the weapon with the perk on it. Then when you craft it, you don't have to level that up to get the perk. You can just craft it however you want because you've already acquired the perk.
I see what you're saying. It makes sense.
You've already acquired it. If you can craft it, and I never got one with dragonfly, I still have to go chase the bow to get dragonfly to drop.
That's a
Okay.
good idea if we're talking like serious replayability to get those weapons even further.
To enhance it, you have to level up the frame, not the individual weapon, but you have to level the frame. So say I finally get the red border, I finally unlock dragonfly. If I want to end up getting enhanced dragonfly on my under your skin, I need to use at least 1 under your skin to level up the frame to be able to get it.
Gotcha. Not
After I
per
unlock
weapon,
a perk,
but per just overall
frame.
weapon itself. I see what you're saying.
So then I can just craft another under your skin with an enhanced perk because I unlocked the perk and I leveled the frame. So I feel like that would give it a lot of replayability. You'd actually be utilizing the weapons that you get that aren't red borders, but you'd still be chasing red borders to be able to craft it. I feel it gives a lot more of a dynamic to it.
That'd be a huge dynamic.
I
love that idea.
I think that is a huge upgrade to our crafting
Well, yeah,
system.
it makes all those weapons that you're getting in the process of getting the red borders
Useful.
make they're more useful. Just not even to use, but just specifically because you're gonna need
unlock
those
the
perks exactly.
So it's RNG based, but also you finally get to that end goal of what you want, and then you have that set roll that you can get enhanced and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. I think that's
like
a great.
I'm turning in all of these seasonal engrams to try and get I forgot what I was trying to go for. I'm turning in the new bow. I was turning them all in. I don't know how many of the new bow before actually getting a red border. Probably I think I got 7 in one time or at one point. In those 7 before that 1 red border, I could have unlocked, I don't know, 8 of the perks.
Yeah.
So it's still meaningful for me to spend the resources rather than waste them.
I like that. That's a really
so that
good
was
idea.
my idea. I kind of.
No, that's a great idea.
That's an incredible
honestly.
idea. Someone clip that, put it on Twitter.
Boom.
Boom.
Sammy fixes the crafting system.
Seriously.
I thought it would be cool.
Single-handedly fixes the
thank
crafting
you.
system. Good job.
I might put that
Awesome.
on Twitter.
That was a great discussion because I'm glad I heard your sides of it because I think I do agree in a sense where Destiny is kind of too far gone, to have something like this where they're kind of just coasting. Like here's the final
Mhm.
little oomph, let's move on,
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much to this game that
There is, and the more you think
what are
about
you
it, there's
gonna
just
do?
so much to do.
Like, what are you gonna do without rehauling everything? And it's too late
Exactly.
to do that, right? So
Yeah. Yep.
I
There you
think they
go.
should remove some content, but that's just me.
I'm with
Careful.
you on that. I always liked when they did that because, like, that's another thing too, which I don't want to talk too much more about this because I feel like I'm going on about the same thing. But we play video games. I don't think that developers make video games specific things in a video game to play like for 2 years straight. Like they
Mhm.
probably have a time limit on like you'll play it to this amount of times and then you'll be good and you had your fun and let's move on to the new thing. I'm pumped when they get rid of like when they get rid of seasonal stuff. Thank goodness. I don't want to do like I'm pretty upset that like heist battlegrounds are now a Nightfall because I
Oh my
hate
gosh, don't
those.
even go there.
I think
Oh
they're the
God.
most
God.
boring,
Oh
awful
God.
thing in the game, and I don't
Calm
want
down.
to do them.
Calm down.
I don't want to do them again. So like when they get rid of them, like when they
Oh
were like
gosh.
getting rid
When
sunsetting
the day
stuff.
they get rid of battlegrounds is a good day.
Well, when they start sunsetting stuff, everyone was pissed about it. Like, oh, they took my money. I'm like, you got your money's worth. You played it 5,000 times. Now they're gonna get rid of it, and it gives room to have something new that we can experience. That's replayability to me.
Don't
Yep.
sunset my weapons.
Yeah. I don't like when
But
they do weapons. Yeah, activities though. I don't
sunset
mind.
what I earned. I mean, don't sunset what I earned, but give me less choice. That sounds so terrible, but yeah, give
I'm
me
with you.
less choice.
I just think it's nice to, not to go into this very quickly, but just my opinion, very, very fast, is get rid of the old stuff, bring in the new, type deal. That's really just kind of all I look for.
Same.
I mean, you can alter the battlegrounds to make it new if you want to, but just, I mean, what season of the blah 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 that whenever they came in, like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
over that model of things, and now it's a GM blah whatever, you know.
Oh,
Anyways, we could go on about all that.
I know.
Just spilled water all over myself.
Lovely, lovely.
Sorry to
I
hear
think
that.
this brings us to the end of our podcast today.
That was
What
a
do you
good
guys
episode.
think?
That was a good episode.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Told you I can talk.
No, so could we. Believe me. It sucks. We were supposed to have another guest on tonight by the name of Shield Baden, but she will. I can guarantee you, she will be on a future episode. So if you were looking to see Shield tonight, unfortunately her power went out and she was unable to join us. But we are still able to have a fantastic episode here with SamiKat. So, Sammy, please one more
Thank
time, tell us
you.
who you are, what you do, where you do it, and do not hesitate to plug anything you want to plug. This is your time.
I am SamiKat. I'm a Destiny streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/SamiKat. And I also have a couple other socials. I'm really active on Twitter, which is SamiKat Plays with an S at the end, not Z. And then, yeah, I have up and coming YouTube, which is also SamiKat.
There you go.
Heck
So
yeah.
there you go.
Everybody
Are
go
you
subscribe.
working on anything? Is there something in your mind like I'm going to be doing this next week? What anything you can share with us?
Well, take this with a grain of salt. I'm going to be working on Heist Battleground Mars GM solo,
Good luck.
but I don't know if I don't know if I'll be able to mentally and emotionally get through that without the frustration.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a GM. But anyways, we'll see.
You could just
Awesome.
get to the
And-
point of tears, and then there's the title.
There you
This
go.
GM brought me to tears.
Get to the point where you're at the final Pokemon and you're just like, I can't do it no more.
I just can't.
Well, real quickly, you also do what you call Race to Reset. This is
Yep.
every Tuesday morning, technically,
Yes.
from midnight to reset. And you are on Central Time. Is that what you said?
Central Time. Yeah. So
Central
the
Time. So
12 hours before reset, usually I start around 2 a.m. Central Time.
God bless
I'm
you.
late.
And so if you are late night gamers and you're listening and you want to check out Sammy doing Race to Reset, she's catching up on everything she didn't do during the week. You can catch her at her Twitch at 2 a.m. Central or midnight Eastern,
Couple hours.
going through till the reset. So awesome. Well, thank you for joining us,
Iron
Sammy. We
Banner.
really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so
You did a
much.
fantastic job.
It was a blast meeting you. It was
You
fun.
guys are amazing.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maddox, where can we
For sure.
find you, brother? What are you working on?
I actually have what I should have done today. Unfortunately, I did not get around to it. Was editing some gym content, and then also just thinking about what I want to do in the future because my life is about to get super busy. I'm still in nursing school, so life is getting busier and busier by the day, and so some updates in the near future. But we do stream at twitch.tv/Maddox, and no YouTube content because I don't have time. But I'm also very active on Twitter, so you can follow me at IRL Maddox on everything else. So
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. And I'm Bearded Luke. You can find me. I'm not streaming right now, but my YouTube channel, youtube.com/beardedluke, is popping off. Well, kind of.
It is.
But I started
Subscribe.
thank you. I do tech lifestyle kind of stuff on there. I just
I'm
posted
about to
it.
get back into Pokemon, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. I had Pokemon on there, but I unlisted it because it doesn't match the branding.
There you go.
But I just posted my daily carry video, which is all the tech stuff that I carry on me daily. So that was, if you want to go watch it, yeah, if you want to go watch it, it's pretty interesting. I film weddings for a living also, so wedding season's about to pop off.
Oh gosh.
Starting this weekend, so about to be very busy. But yeah, if you want to find me, you can find me at twitch.tv/beardedluke. There won't be any streams over there for a while because honestly I just don't want to. And then if you want to find me, if you want to watch my YouTube videos, which I'm trying to do weekly, I'm filming 2 videos tomorrow. And if you're listening to this, you can hear what they are early. The first one is a what's in their bag video. So instead of a what's in my camera bag, I'm going to a studio that I helped start, and I'm going to go and look through one of my professional filmmakers' bags instead of my bag because it's going to be like a little thing. And then I'm also going to do a studio tour for them kind of deal where I did a desk setup tour from my office, but I'm going to go do like a tour of what a real studio looks like. So those are what I'm filming tomorrow morning. Should be fun.
So cool.
Should be fun. So that's kind of like where my it has nothing to do with Destiny, but that's kind of where my stuff's geared at. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. We don't know who our guest is for the next episode. I don't think so. We can't tell you at the end of this one like we usually do. But if you're listening, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching live, we love all of you. We're 11 episodes in. This is super fun, and we cannot wait to show you what's next. We're going to start working on getting some short form stuff out to y'all, and there's just awesome. It's just awesome. Sammy, we're so thankful for you. We're thankful for the Destiny community. You make it better, and I'm thankful that we got to meet you tonight. So if you're listening, we love all of you, and we'll see you on the next episode. Adios.